My next guest is coming off his first UFC victory, getting it done at UFC Fight Night on July 15th. It's Evan Elder back here on the program. Evan, how are you?
I'm doing well, man. How are you?
I did not get my first UFC win a couple weeks ago, man. Congrats on that. We're a little bit removed from that victory, but how good does that feel, man? Like, you put a lot of work into this and you're coming off that first win.
It feels great, man. It really does. It feels like a long time coming. Very relieving, man. It felt good to finally get my hand raised, have things go the way that we hoped. So the two before that, the short notice one didn't go my way, got beat up, and the one before that was going pretty well. Things looked good, and then had the abrupt stoppage with the cut over the eye and everything. So to have one play out how we planned it to and how we game plan, man, it feels really good.
Was there more pressure going into this one just with the two losses? Like, how are you feeling going in?
Yeah, man, I would be lying if I said there wasn't. It's definitely at the beginning of fight camp, especially because I feel like me and him were both in a very similar position. We're both 0-2 in the UFC, both had two pretty good fights, but lost both of them. And at the end of the day, that's what matters, man. It doesn't matter if there's an asterisk by the loss or whatever. I had some people tell me, your last two losses are hardly losses. Your first one was short notice up a weight class. Second one, it was a doctor stoppage. And truthfully, man, none of that matters to me. It really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, the result is I was 0-2, and I couldn't afford to lose another one, man. I really, I'm sure that me and him both felt the same way, but I made up in my mind, dude. I was like, there's just no way I can leave this cage without getting my hand raised this time, And dude, that's what's so dope about fighting. That's what's so sick about fighting is I got nothing but respect and a lot of admiration for Genaro Valdez, the dude I fought. Dude's tough as nails and got a warrior spirit out of this world. But I'm sure that we both had the same mindset going into that, man. I was like, hey, this is it, like I can't leave without getting my hand raised. And so we the fight's the truth, man. It's gonna expose the truth. Everything gets shown. You can't hide from nothing, and who put in the most work and who game planned the best and everything else comes out. And that's what makes a fight sick, man, because it's at the end of the day, talk is cheap. We can all think and say whatever we want, but our actions are what really matters. So the fight is the truth, and that's where the actions show.
Anything about him surprise you looking back?
Honestly, no. Truthfully, dude, that fight was exactly how we expected it to be.
Good.
We knew one of his greatest assets was going to be his toughness, his durability, and his conditioning. We knew for sure he was going to be there all night long. He was going to be fighting the whole time, and game plan wise, there was a lot of stuff that he did that we were planning on, and a lot of stuff that I even did some of the stuff that we game planned that I needed to stay away from. So whenever he dropped me with the right hand in the second round was something that we were worried about going into it. I was like, no naked kicks, no freaking walking into the power throwing kicks. Flipped up, did it, and that's exactly why we game planned not to do it. And but it really wasn't anything about the fight that surprised us. It played out just how we thought it would, and ended up being a good fight.
How did you celebrate? Again, nice relief, I'm sure, just to get that victory. But did you get to enjoy yourself that night?
Oh yeah, man. I dude, enjoy myself every night. It's every day is a celebration, man. And right after the fight, I had a bunch of my family and stuff that was actually ended up being there, and we all met up outside and celebrated. Got to give hugs and hang out for a second, and then went back to the hotel real quick just to change and rest my leg. I had to ice my leg for a little while. My leg was tore up. He landed a lot of calf kicks. And then we went to In-N-Out. That's where the real celebration.
There we
took
go.
place.
Yeah, that's a big celebration right there.
Couple double doubles to celebrate. Man, it is a whole different feeling, man. It's a whole different feeling getting to celebrate the victory as opposed to just hard work turned in. Because even losses, man, there's still a lot to be celebrated in the losses, because it's just there's so much work that goes into this stuff, man. And truthfully, so many people will never see, what all gets put into just one single fight camp, let alone at the highest level and the lifetime of work that it took to get there, So there's always something to be celebrated, but it feels a whole lot better whenever you leave with your hand raised.
What about the feedback? Again, you've had some time, kind of take everything in, social media and all that. I know you had a lot of support from your camp over there at Kill Cliff, but what about back home? Like, how has that been? Just seeing all the props, people giving you, a lot of good feedback.
Dude, it's spectacular, man. I say it all the time, but the greatest blessing I have in my life is just all the people that got us place in my life, and I truly can't ask for a better support system, better people to be around me, and all the love and support and the congratulations and everything like that, man. It's just been amazing, and just a really good reminder, why I do everything I do, because I really do believe, it's not about me. I'm not doing this stuff just, it's much bigger than just myself, If I was doing it for just me, uh, I couldn't do it, It would be, I'm too simple. I'm too simple of a guy. I'm okay with just being with my family and like I said, every day of life is a celebration, man. So I'm just thankful to be here and but to get to do great things and achieve something great for those around me and those who believe in me and who have supported me my whole life, man, is just it's special to me. So it's been amazing.
When are you looking to get back in there? I know you just had the win recently. You kind of looking at like any cards or anything kind of catches your eye as far as your next fight?
Yeah, I'm hoping November or December. Nothing set for sure. I would love to fight on an arena card because I've only fought in the Apex since
That's
being in the
right.
UFC.
Yeah. Be nice to get
Yeah,
that.
so it would be really awesome to get on an arena card just to get out of the Apex. But dude, I wouldn't mind fighting the Apex again. I'm just grateful to be fighting for the UFC anywhere, fight anybody anywhere for the UFC. So I'll take what I can get. Like I said, hopefully November or December. But truthfully, I don't have anything scoped out for sure or anything for certain. So I'm waiting to hear from the manager and everything. What they got planned up for me. From their side at the UFC and everything. So we'll see. But like I said this and said this before, but my goal every single time I get in the cage, man, is I want to be so much better than my previous performance that I should be almost unrecognizable. So the longer in between each fight that I have, the more I'm going to be able to make that happen because I'm going to be in the gym training and improving as much as possible. So the longer that I have in between each fight, I'm just going to get better and better. So the fights are going to come eventually. So even if I got to wait until early next year, whatever they give me, I'll be ready for.
Um, on that note as well, what do you got planned the rest of the week? Like, what do you do now? Obviously, you're training and stuff, but I'm sure you get to do things that you couldn't necessarily do when you have a fight booked.
The biggest thing, man, is just right now is just seeing my friends and my family. It's kind of funny whenever I'm home. So I'm home back in Missouri right now. So whenever I'm home, I always trying to stay in shape. Always trying to be in the gym, training and everything like that. So at least once or twice a day, every day, no matter what. Um, so I got to make that happen. I always schedule one or two gym sessions a day, and then usually I'm just the whole rest of my day is running around trying to see as many people as I can. So getting ready to go see one of my buddies now, and then right after we get off the phone, and then I got training later on tonight, and then seeing my family after that. So I would say the biggest difference, man, is just being able to spend some quality time with everybody. Other than that, usually whenever I'm in Florida stuff, I'm just by myself, focusing on just training and bettering myself. So whenever I'm home, it's time to see everybody.
And I guess you'll go back to Florida once you have a fight booked. Is that kind of how you do it, or?
No, I'll probably I usually just come home for 2 weeks or something after a fight, come say hi and come see everybody, and then I get right back down there and get back to training. So I try to live in a fight camp as much as possible, So I don't really necessarily need a fight signed or anything to be living in the gym and kind of getting back to work. So I'll be heading back down there in a week, another week or so. Already been home for about a week, so I'll be heading back down soon and pretty much get back into fight camp, get in fight shape. So whenever they call me, I'm ready.
Yeah, of course. I don't know if you know this. We have a mutual friend. I know Jesse Finney quite well, who
Oh,
I
do
know
you
you
really?
fought for in Shamrock, and I know he had mentioned that you and I believe Johnny Eblin were at the last card, or like kind of alumni of the of the promotion. What does it mean to be a homegrown talent that's gone into success? Like it's pretty cool the amount of fighters that have gone through Shamrock, and they're doing events all the time. And for people who don't know Jesse Finney, one of the best in the business as far as putting on events and stuff. So how does it feel to like come back now? Kind of like the guy who goes to college and comes back to his high school, that type of thing. I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it feels good, dude. It was really cool getting to come back and watch the fights and be on that side of things because usually every time I'm there, I'm fighting. So um, it was cool, and just to speak to the point that you just alluded to, that man, Jesse Vinny is they everybody over there at Shamrock, they do an amazing job for the fans. I really had actually a really good time just going and watching the fights and stuff. They make it a lot of fun. They put on a good show, and it's really really awesome to like you said, kind of be a homegrown talent. I spent a lot of my career there at Shamrock, and then pretty much led me to the UFC. So feels good, and I'm really happy, really thankful, really grateful for everybody there, and it's really cool to get to come back and support their shows and kind of work together. So yeah, man, I love those guys, and shout out to Jesse Finney and everybody at Shamrock.
Shout out to you for doing this, Evan. Always appreciate the time, man. If there's anyone you want to thank before we get out of here, sponsors, social media, you name it, I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, man, just like I say this every time, man. God has blessed me with so much more than I deserve in this life, but my greatest blessing of all is just all the people that He's placed in my life. So I couldn't possibly begin to name them all, because we'd be here for another couple days. But just give a quick shout out to everybody, man. Anybody watching this, anybody that knows me, anybody that's been a part of my life at all, man. I love you guys all, and I do this for all of us, man. This stuff's a lot bigger than me. It's not just about me; it's about all of us. So, I love you guys, and thank you for everything. And can't wait to keep putting on, keep representing, and I love you guys.